Stopping Donald Trump from coming to the UK risks turning him into a martyr, a Labour MP has claimed as the House of Commons debates the issue. Paul Flynn said Mr. Trump's call to ban Muslims from the US was extremely dangerous, but barring him from the UK risked being seen as anti-American. However, SNP MP Tasmina Ahmed-Sheikh said a ban would be justified on the grounds of religious harmony. MPs are debating a pro-ban petition, which has attracted 574,000 signatures. The tycoon, who is leading several opinion polls in the race to be the Republican candidate for president, called for a temporary ban on all Muslims entering the U.S. Mr. Trump's comments were criticized across the political spectrum in the U.S. and Europe. The Ban Trump petition states that the UK has banned entry to many individuals for hate speech and argues that the rules must be fairly applied to the rich as well as poor. A counter-petition, also being debated although it has not reached the 100,000 signature mark, argues that foreign nationals should not be banned for their opinions on domestic actions and that a ban would risk damaging US-UK relations given the possibility of a Trump victory in November's election. Opening the debate in a crowded chamber, Mr. Flynn said it would be wrong to ignore the ban petition, given that the public was speaking with such a loud voice, and insisted the debate was not an attempt to disrespect Americans or the American state. Publicity. Listing the names of some of those who had been banned by the UK authorities in recent years, he said the risk of a ban would be that it would increase the publicity surrounding Mr. Trump 100-fold. Mr. Trump's prejudice should be countered by reasonableness, hospitality, and courtesy, Mr. Flynn told MPs. We should not build him up by our attacks, he said. The great danger by attacking this one man is that we can fix on him a halo of victimhood, he said. We give him the role of martyrdom, which can seem to be an advantage among those who support him. The line will go out: here are these foreigners interfering, telling us what to do. I think that would be a grave error and allow our deliberations to be seen to be anti-American. Corrosive. Tory MP Andrew Murison said Mr. Trump was a ridiculous figure, but that to ban someone who had a chance of becoming US president could be construed as an almighty snub to the United States. And fellow Conservative Sir Edward Lee said the UK had invited despots to the UK in the past who had done far, far worse than anything Donald Trump can dream of, warning against shutting down an honest debate about immigration. But, backing a ban, Labour MP Tulip Siddiq said that Mr. Trump's words risks inflaming tensions between vulnerable communities, and those calling for this poisonous and corrosive man to be barred were speaking in good conscience. The legislation exists to protect the public and the people of Britain from individuals such as this. If other people have been stopped from coming into the country, the same rules need to apply to Donald Trump. And Ms. Ahmed-Sheikh said Mr. Trump's comments made the UK an uncomfortable place for her and other Muslims to live in. The Home Secretary has explicitly excluded 84 people for hate speech. My view is that Donald Trump should be number 85. We have a responsibility for peace and security to ensure that whoever comes in and out of our country is treated in the same way. All public petitions which attract more than 100,000 signatures are considered for debate. Monday's debate is taking place in Westminster Hall, the Commons' secondary debating chamber, rather than the main Commons chamber itself. There will be no vote at the end of it. The UK Home Secretary has the power to ban people from entering the country on grounds of national security, if they are thought likely to incite racial hatred or if they are deemed not to be conducive to the public good. Ahead of the debate, Trump International Links Scotland issued a statement saying MPs should be spending their time debating the problems facing the Scottish and UK economies. For the UK to consider banning someone who made a statement in America about American borders during a US election campaign is ridiculous, said Sarah Malone, the company's executive vice president. Westminster is creating a dangerous precedent on this issue and is sending a terrible message to the world.